Charles Walhingford, back again with another watch collection review, and this is Ben's watch collection review. Quick story. Young man Ben contacted me to do his watch review, his watch collection review, and he also contacted other YouTubers. When I asked him about that he was kind of discouraged. He was worried, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. And already Simon Crane did a review, and I guess he didn't want to look needy. He didn't want to have overexposure and things like that. And I said, no. This would be good for all of us. This is, in a sense, a collaboration video. And as I talked about it before, we need to have more of these videos. So you possibly will see your other favorite watch collecting horological YouTuber doing Ben's collection in the future, and you'll see a different take, and that's great. This is what YouTube's all about. You want to see and hear other takes and what other people think about the same thing. So it's going to be a good thing. Let's jump right into the review, and we're going to talk about the watches that he has. He only has 2 watches though. That's the only thing, and I'll talk about that later. The 2 watches he has. One, the Cartier Ceinture Automatique. The Cartier Ceinture Automatique is a vintage watch. I really like that watch. I like his choices, and again, I'll talk about that later. And then he has the Rolex Sea Dweller 116600. Not a bad choice at all. Again, I'll talk about that watch once we get into his scoring. Far as the Cartier, I really want to hit on the fact that this watch has more significance than just picking out a watch. He picked this watch out partly because this is a watch his grandfather wore, and that's what watch collecting in its purest sense to me is all about. The Rolex Sea Dweller that has a Submariner look to it. It is a Submariner without being a Submariner. That's why I like it. I like it because to me it says I like the way the Submariner looks, but I'm not the usual. I'm not the typical individual buying a Submariner. I am a watch collector. Though he only has 2 watches, I'm a watch collector that's really into what the history and the significance of watch collecting is all about, and I want to set myself apart from the usual person who is lucky enough to be able to afford a Rolex Submariner, but really doesn't know what they have. Alright, let's go into our score for Ben. So first off, we're going to go with horological significance, and he received 20 points for that. That Submariner look of the Sea Dweller is a stalwart throughout watch collecting. Even if he did have that basic Submariner, he still would get a lot of points. But to have the Sea Dweller, this particular Sea Dweller is pretty significant because no one's really thinking of a luxury watch until this watch that can take plus 1,000-meter water resistance. Just was unheard of until this watch, and I love that he has this watch. And of course, having a vintage watch in your collection, especially being this young, and that'll affect his score for age in the age category, but having a vintage watch right now, and again, why do you have it? Because of your grandfather? I think you deserve 20 points for that, absolutely. And only having 2 watches. Next is Test of Time. Test of Time is going to get 24 points. For that Cartier, it doesn't look weird. It doesn't look out of place right now. It looks like a watch that you would wear today. And that's the whole point. Does that watch look like a watch you can wear today? Now, you're not going to wear that watch every day. You're not going to wear that watch all the time because it's not fitting, and it shouldn't be. It's not fitting for every outfit and situation. But that Sea Dweller, pretty much 90% of the time, wearing a Sea Dweller is absolute on point, dealing with different looks and different styles of dress and different levels of dress. So again, 24 points, almost perfect, with damn near 25. That would be a perfect full amount of points that you can get. Next category is variety. Variety, he received 13 points. That's pretty low, but again, you can't have a watch collection and have two watches. Sorry, Ben, two watches is not enough. I do have a feeling that you have other watches. You to pick these watches out that you have right now is pretty damn I don't want to say amazing. What's the word I want to say? It's admirable. It's definitely admirable. I wouldn't have picked out, I don't know if I would have picked out these watches at 26. So that's very admirable, but the fact that you have only two, I think you have other watches. I think you're holding out on us. And Ben, you would get more points even if you didn't have watches that weren't very special. But the fact that you only have two, you don't have a variety, 13 points. Last category, age. At 26, he received 23 points. 2 points away from being absolutely perfect. Because he is definitely overachieving by having these watches at this point. There are people in this world that will never, ever, ever have a Rolex. And never, ever have a Cartier. A Cartier and a Rolex is amazing. It is absolutely amazing to have those watches that early in life. Absolutely. 23 points. You should be proud of what you have right now. Now, what's the total? The total is at 80. 80 total points. That's still very good. 80 is just above average. If you're thinking about scoring in school, 80 is, yeah, it's still a B. It's a B minus, but it's still a B. You should be proud of your collection up until this point, but you need more watches, and that's what I'm here for. So let's talk about watches that he would like to get before I talk about watches, or a watch he would like to get before I talk about watches that I think he should get next. Given that his next watch that he told me, sent to me through the email, he wants it to be an Explorer 2. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. Why I would go with a different watch? Let's talk about that. At this early stage, having multiple brands, I think, would be important. I would like for him to go and venture out and have maybe brands from this brand, that brand, to double up this early already. I don't think would be. I would think it would hurt in its growth. There's nothing wrong with that watch. The Explorer 2 is a damn good watch. It's a smart buy. As we all know, the resale value of Rolex is damn near the best, probably the best. Yeah, it's the best. So buying that watch and not liking it wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But what if you don't? What if you like the watch? What do you do then? I don't know if I can hear myself. Let me check. Let me check here. Okay, let's go over what watch he should get next. The first thing you want to go over is what he would like and what he suggested to me. He's wondering, would that be a good watch? Two things. Good watch, yes. The next best watch for him, as far as having a true balanced collection, I'd say no. The watch is the Rolex Explorer 2. Rolex Explorer 2 would not be a bad watch. The only thing is, I think variety-wise, you should go with a new brand, another brand. To double up this early, I think doubling up this early would be just too much. I think that watch would be just too early. It's just too early to buy that watch or have another Rolex right now. Now, if he likes GMT watches, I have a great idea for him. And if he has the pocketbook for it, he has the wallet for it, he has the credit for it, the Seiko, Grand Seiko, excuse me, now they're different. The Grand Seiko, black ceramic, GMT. That's a beautiful watch. That's an eye-catching watch, and it's color. His watches right now don't have color, and that's what I meant to say. I forgot to say about the Explorer 2. Yeah, the Explorer 2 is too simple, too simplistic. You need to have a little splash of color. Next would be the Frederique Constant Manufacturer World Timer. The Frederique Constant Manufacturer World Timer, he's looking for that GMT feature. He explained to me that's what he wants. He wants to have multiple time zones. How about multiple time zones right here? This is, forget going just GMT, world time. And then this color, this watch is eye-catching, stunning, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful blue. I like blue, yes. I like blue, but blue is one of those colors that can be eye-catching but it's not eccentric. It's not over the top. So I like blue. I want to make another suggestion. Going in a different direction. I'm going in a direction that I think he needs a chronograph. My suggestion for a chronograph would be a Bremont Alt-1P BL for blue. That Alt-1P BL would be a good way to go if you're, especially on the pre-owned market. You probably can get that for a damn good deal. And it would be a completely different look than the watches he already has. Your watches should be different. Your watches shouldn't look like the last watch, especially if you have such a small variety of watches of only having two. That will really add to your collection bit. Now, if you want to go a safe route, I would suggest, usually I only suggest 3 watches. I'm going to go with a bonus. My bonus is the safest route you can go. Everybody's going to say, yes, that's a damn good watch to have. That would actually help his collection a whole lot. It's not a GMT though, sorry about that, but it's the El Primero Chronomaster 1969. It's a classic look, historically significant design, and it won't go too far outside. Maybe the 2 watches I suggested go too far outside of what you like. No, I think this stays in your box a little bit. Not a bad watch ever to have on your wrist, and you can wear it anytime with anything, just like that. Just like the Sea Dweller. Having only 2 watches in a watch collection and being into watches, no, that's not enough. It's not. A true watch collector should have multiple watches. They should have a lot of watches. They should have quite a few watches. Like somebody should say to you, "You bought another watch? You have another watch? You already have 20." That's what somebody actually should say if you're truly into watch collecting. I know everybody's like, "Oh, you should maybe just 3, maybe 4." Nah, not with Charles Walhingford. 20. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my watch collection review with Ben. Ben, thank you. It has been an honor, and I can't wait to see the other watch YouTubers, their rendition of Ben's collection, their review, and I can't wait to see what Simon Crane says about my video. Oh, make sure you watch Simon Crane's video if you haven't watched it already. Alright, I'm Charles Walhingford, and Ben, this is how I would spend your money.